welcome to the Halo Rec League. We have an amazing final in the Challenger Premade division between Dazed Clan and Flippers Down. They're both 4-3 in the season. You can see at that score, you can look at that scoreboard and see some really familiar faces if you tune into the Rec League consistently. Lagshot, the captain of Dazed, and a bear, Jake, the captain of Flippers Down. Right now, just looking at the perspective of Bear, they took out Sacagawea, if I'm not mistaken. They're trying to move the bomb quickly into that yellow base. They're going to get a plant off within the first minute or so of this game one, which would be shocking. Almost gets the arm, but then a teammate comes in after the first planter drops, and wow, Flippers Down take the lead 1-0 with, like I mentioned, about a minute being played here on Aquarius neutral bomb. I know there's going to be a lot of hot takes in chat about this game mode, but some say it plays well on Aquarius, some say it's interesting, to say the least, on Fortress. But right now, Morris trying to support their team, who definitely are being very aggressive with that objective. It seems like they're just a little bit comfortable on, they're a little bit more comfortable on Aquarius neutral bomb than Dazed Clan. It definitely pays off when you just scrim or just get this map in matchmaking consistently. It definitely will get you those extra reps that you need to be successful in the HRL. Morris takes the 1v1 against a member of Dazed, eventually gets called out and then drops to the death screen. Lag shot. We're on the perspective in the yellow fridge, throws the nades onto the P2, finds an enemy in blue, gets the teammate to push with them. Now, contention at the top mid, mark assist going out. That camo is up. Let's see who gets to pop it. Ooh, lag shot gets taken out by an enemy they potentially forgot about. Aesthetic Bra pops that objective, now is moving in the yellow court comfortably, gets naded, so that information should be distributed to the opposing team. That 1v1 goes in favor of Bra. That was 3 down for Flippers Down for just a second. Dazed should be able to get a touch on this ball if they're able to, or this bomb, excuse me. But right now, everybody just taking a second to observe what's happening on the map. That thrust goes into the pocket of Bra. With that camo and thrust, they're going to be a deadly player to watch out for in these next couple moments. They get one slay, then push into the blue fridge, and then gets at least communication on to their teammate for another slay. That's 2 down for Dazed. All of a sudden, Flippers Down now have the advantage. Lag shot comes back up off the death screen, and now it's just chaos. Everybody's just trying to find their foothold. No one's really pushing past that 50. Well, as I say that, you see Bra getting one more slay, and Dazed Clan touching that bomb, trying to create an opening. That's the thing about neutral bomb. It's just so many rounds of slays need to happen back to back for you to finally get a cap. It was really shocking for Flippers Down to get a cap so quickly, but maybe that was their strategy going into this final. Winner takes all in this best of 5 series. Lagshot is one shot at card 2, gets the mark assist with the help of a teammate, and now 3 down once again for Flippers Down. Dazed Clan now have their opportunity to get their first plant and that bomb into the enemy blue base. Let's see if they're able to get it off. Lagshot ducking and covering themselves away from the bullets of Flippers Down. Eventually gets taken out, but that's post plant. Now things are tied 1-1 with 8.5 minutes left. Pizza Party trying to just grab that after camo that should be up in a couple seconds. Oh no, I'm tripping. It's already up. Pizza Party feeling the fiesta, to say the least. Gets the heat wave and takes out the enemy at bottom mid. Looks into that blue flag area and tries to get some communication for Aesthetic Bra, who's there to find the headshot. Pizza Party once again with the camo in their back pocket, or in their hands, is trying to do damage with that power item, create an opening for their team. And Flippers Down were being really dominant in these last couple, or in the opening couple minutes of this map, but now Dazed Clan have the advantage here. Looks like that active camo is going to be so crucial to the success of both teams. Whoever's able to grab that will most likely take this game 1. I know we have like 2 or 3 more camos left in this map, so watch out for that power item. Bra slows down, realizes that they have Sacagawea on the test screen, and once again, everybody just trying to find their foothold. Morris gets taken out, and that should be a nice opening for Dazed to also take out a bear 8 Jake. I guess that bear was feeling a little hungry today. Bra once again grabs that bomb, moves it to car 1, and is trying to honestly bait out the opposing team, saying, hey, I'll just get a touch, reveal my location for just a second, and move away. Seal 1v1 at car 2, and then P2, and then another engagement at car 2. Excuse me, there's so much happening right now. BR in the hands of Sacagawea gets a headshot on to the enemy Morris, and almost finds a nice double kill at car 3. Wow, so much contention happening at both sides of the map. It feels like half of the players on this team are pushing P2, or in this lobby are pushing P2, and the other half are pushing car 2. Definitely leads for some explosive action here. Pizza Party trying their best and gets a double kill at that car 2 area. How many times have I said car 2, car 2, car 2? I guess I gotta watch out for that one. But right now, 3 down for just a second from Flippers down. Now it's a 2v2 on the map as everybody comes up off the death screen. Zach almost grabs that active camo, pops it, but I believe drops it in that blue court. So this should be a great opportunity for Flippers to grab that power item. Production is telling me that I got burned, so now it's a bit of a stalemate here as everybody's just fighting to get one more slay. It's 2v2 right now. Let's see who comes out to victory. It's a 1v1. Everybody's coming up off the death screens. Ascetic Bra says, this is my opening. I can run that bomb across the map. Probably picked up that plasma gun probably did not mean to grab that plasma gun, as I did not mean to, fumble my words right there. Was probably trying to move the bomb, but nevertheless, they're still in a pretty decent spot to do damage onto the enemy. Ascetic Bra looking, just observing, trying to get as much information. 2 members of Flippers down in the blue util. There's one at car 1. I believe a bear 8 Jake just dropped. Now there should be a nice foothold for Dazed Clan if they're just able to not get averaged here. Those 2 down for Flippers, and let's see if Dazed Clan are able to utilize their slays and gain momentum. Doesn't seem like they will. Lag shot, last one up for Dazed. Flippers are still, still have a great foothold in the map, but just haven't been able to capitalize on it. Feels like they took an extra second to identify where lag shot was, and just had to think about what they wanted to do as a collective unit before they were able to move that objective. They wanted to be certain about the position of the last player on the opposing team. Right now we see Ascetic Bra and teammate living in yellow court, getting a slay onto Bump and Scatter. I recognize that name at at that yellow connector. Eventually Ascetic Bra continues to pop off. That's 3 down for Flippers again. And let's see will Dazed Clan be able to once again take advantage? That bomb is just in no man's land right now, but Ascetic Bra eventually works their way to that objective at the side of the car on the map, or car side on the map right there. This is a nice little opening for Dazed Clan to plant if they're able to not get averaged here. If they don't drop 1 or 2 members, they'll have a great opportunity. And as I say that, Caster Curse comes in. They do drop 2 members. Ascetic Bra and Sacagawea are the last ones up for their team as Pizza Party and Lag Shot come up off the death screens. Zach gets another nice slay at car 2. That seems like that seems to be a massive point of contention. Almost picks up that Mando and gets a off the rack, or a gentleman's off the rack, if you will, for a slay onto Flippers. Right now, Pizza Party slowing things down, maybe not the best with their nades. Prod did mention that there was a couple nades that we just saw that may have done some team damage, but nevertheless Pizza Party continues to move forward with that objective. 3 minutes left here on Aquarius game 1 for the best of 5 in our finals here in HRL. Right now this is a great opportunity. 4v2 in favor of Dazed. Ooh, that's a great play. You just sacrifice yourself to just be a bit of a pest and throw that bomb out. Let's see if it pays off. I believe someone just utilized the jump up or some tech to get that bomb up. And as I say that, that is a nice response by Dazed Clan, who did not panic after seeing the player on the opposing team just give their life to just ruin their momentum for just a second. But they were able to build it back up. Aesthetic Brawl continuing to plow against the enemy. Or plow the enemy. Gets a killing spree badge, then a back smack on to Roddy. And let's see. Eventually, Aesthetic that gets taken out at P2. That camo was called out. I can just feel those comms. I wish we could do a listen in because you can definitely hear the opposing team being like, hey, camo. Let's not forget about that player right now. Those sticky nades go out and almost land onto a player. Two players in blue living in their util. Right now, Sack trying to be a pest, moving once again to that card 2 side of things, and eventually gets taken out. Trades go in favor of Dazed Clan right now. Trades always benefit the team in the lead, and right now, if I'm Dazed Clan, I'm thinking, hey, we just got 3 down onto Flippers down for just a second. Let's play this as best as we can. Let's be careful and keep that objective away from our base, but hey, don't get averaged. We have 90 seconds left, so if you drop to a death screen, it's going to be massive for the opposing team and creating a nice opening. Zach getting that ball past that 50-yard line once again and just keeping that ball away from their yellow base. Roddy gets the head of the end, or the body of McPizza Party. 2v2 right now. This is a nice opportunity for Flippers down if they're able to communicate, but all of a sudden it gets ruined by some nice objective play, getting that ball even farther away from the yellow court. Oof. That teammate in red might be a little salty about that one, but they did enough to just create some space for them. These last 40 seconds are going to be super crucial for Dazed Clan. And in the story of this series, we always see these bombs being super close, and this is living up to what we've seen in HCS Opens, what we've seen during matchmaking, and whenever Aquarius Neutral Bomb comes up. 30 seconds left. Roddy with that camo, trying to make one final play. Let's see. 3 down for Dazed Clan right there. Lagshot is the last one up. Pizza Party coming up off the death screen. Lagshot gets taken out. This should be a plant. This is going to be 2 and 2 with 10 seconds left. It is. We should be going to overtime. Last plant takes it. Game 1 here in the Halo Rec League. I'm not looking at chat, but I'm sure chat is exploding with emotes. And if you're not, I'm gonna ground you. 3 minutes left. Overtime coming in. Everybody's up right now. But as I say that, Caster Curse comes in. Flippers down. Drop once again. 2 teammates to the death screen. And now, wow, Roddy gets stick. 3 down for Flippers down. Morris is trying to create a foothold for their team. Anchor some sort of spawn that is at least going to give them some benefit here. But as I say that, Lagshot is in their base. They get this one slay, they do. And just like that, unless I'm mistaken, and I was mistaken, it's not over yet, folks. 30 seconds into overtime, and we've seen fireworks so far here in Game 1 of this HRL final. Sacagawea taking the engagement at P2, almost gets the remote detonation, but somehow, some way, they drop, and now, Pizza Party and Lagshot pick up that heat wave. They play their lives here. Roddy gets a slay onto Brawl off screen. Things slowed down here on the map. Looks like players down try to be a little aggressive with that ball. Maybe bait the enemy team out. Doesn't really go into their favor. Flippers are now 2 down while Dazed have an opportunity to move that objective. Man, I was talking to production and they mentioned that there was a neutral bomb game that lasted 30 minutes yesterday. I wasn't tuned into the stream. My bad, chat. But if we're here for another 15 minutes, oh boy, it's going to be quite the stream. Selfishly, I hope we're not, but you know, for the content, let's see. Bear 8 Jake has that camo, gets the slay onto Pizza Party's head. And now, moving that bomb in that yellow court is hidden from the opposing team. Groups up with a teammate in blue, gets a slay at yellow connector. This is a nice opportunity for Jake to digest what's happening on the map and do some more damage on to the enemy. And now, ooh, Maybe they didn't want to give away that death right there. That would have been a tremendous opening for a Barry, Jake, and company right there. Aesthetic Bra doing the Lord's work, coming up off spawn and just getting that bomb out of their base. 40 seconds left. Bump and scatter. Trying to stay alive, or to say, to speak to it better, trying to find information to distribute to their team. Gives the pings out, but doesn't need it as they get the shot caller badge. 3 down, 4 down for Dazed. That is just great patience coming out from Bump and Scatter. Love to see that from a fellow caster. And now 20 seconds left, 2 and 2. Both teams are tied, trying to take this game 1. This might be the final opportunity for both teams right now to at least salvage something. Dazed Clan do not want to surrender while Flippers down. Want to take advantage of the last couple seconds they had. Unfortunately, that's it for our regulation time, if you want a biased opinion. But right now, Roddy staying focused. The BR in their hand. Gets a slay, and now 3 down for Dazed Clan. Thank you, production, for helping me out. A lot of information coming at me right now. Barry Jake has the active camo, gets the headshot onto Pizza Party, and wow, looks like Flippers down will be, utilizing their plate a little bit. They get taken out by a great nade now. It's all of a sudden things are reversed. 3 down for Flippers down. I thought they were gonna, get a quick plant off just like they did to start us off for this series. Now, Aesthetic Bra groups up with their teammates at car 3, realizes, hey, we don't need 3 of us at this side of the map. We need to start spreading out a little bit. Eventually drops, maybe should have held their position for just an extra second. Lag shot, and Zach trying to have a wonderful push. This would be amazing if they're able to get it off. Nope, just a little overzealous. And we're not able to get the plant off as that bomb gets thrown out. Aesthetic Bra in their util gets into engagement against the enemy. Wow, great patience coming out for Bra, but it doesn't pay off. Morris now pushing through blue connector, listening to the call-outs that they're receiving. They take out Zackajoia, and now they continue to move, juggle that bomb into the yellow util, get one slay, but eventually Aesthetic Bra is there to save the day for Dazed. Now, with 10 minutes left in our Game 1 reset, if you will. 2 down for Pizza Party in co. Wow, Flippers down. We're all up. Roddy drops the death screen. Pizza Party gets taken out. Bear 8 Jake is holding the bomb, trying to get the plant, but then 2 members of Dazed Clan say, no, sir, that is not gonna happen right now. Ooh! A great ninja from Morris. Oh my lord. Wow, wow, wow. That should be a great opening for their team if they're able to take advantage of that amazing damage. Flippers down, now holding that bomb. Camo being utilized by the player that just got that amazing ninja. Wow, that was super clean. So I'm super impressed by that. I'm nerding out a little bit. Pizza Party gets taken out by a Barry Jake off screen. Aesthetic Bra gets the trade for Pizza Party. And now, let's see what Aesthetic is able to do here. Juggling that bomb all the way to P2, excuse me. Now, 3v2 in favor for Dazed Clan. Some nades coming out from Bra. They don't find anybody though. It seems like they don't really know where the enemy is. They're taking an extra second to get 1 or 2 slays before they touch that objective again. A bear drops. Bump and Scatter also hits the death screen, and now Bra holding that bomb at bottom mid. That heat wave is up. I would have loved to see that power item get utilized right there. Don't decide to go for it. Aesthetic Bra trying to stay alive, gets into the mid to long range engagement. Flippers down, just staying alive in their back base. I see one member of Dazed Clan able to be a pest in the back blue. Eventually they get taken out. 4 down for Dazed Clan. Let's see what Flippers down are able to do here. after getting so many members of the opposing team to the death screen. A Bear HRL picks up that threat sensor. Love to see it get utilized more here in Aquarius. I don't think it's utilized enough in HRL. They throw the stickies to P2. They get the slay. And now they turn to that yellow connector and decide, hey, this is where my attention should go. Morris gets that heat wave slay onto Ascetic Bra. There it is. That threat sensor gets utilized. A nice double kill. Well, you know, a kill and an assist. Caster Curse came in once again. Very Jake trying to support the teammate. A great challenge to save Bump and Scatter. Bump and Scatter with a nice double kill. Roddy takes out Flag Shot, and that is game. Wow, Flippers down, take game 1 here. Aquarius neutral bomb went in favor for a Bear HRL and company. Roddy doing what chat wanted them to do, living up to the hype I see from, you know, FTG 11. Sorry if I got that wrong, sir. My apologies. But right now, looking at that scoreboard. Wow. Kills. That was a quick match because we just needed one plan off. But a Bear HRL with leading the lobby with 12, and then Morris leading, almost leading their team with 11. All of the players for Flippers Down went positive in the KDA department, while Dazed Clan had 3 players go negative in that side of things. That's going to be rough, and momentum definitely is in favor for the team in blue. If any Bump and Scatter fans are in chat, make yourselves known. I know that they're a great community member, so I'd love to see that. Roddy's getting the love. I haven't really seen too much of a Bear HRL. Morris is a staple in HRL, so definitely recognize that name. If I'm not mistaken, and I hate to rub some salt in the wound, production, you might have to correct me on this one, but Lagshot played yesterday during our solo and duo Q Leagues final, and they lost. So it would be really frustrating for them if they also come in second here in our pre-made leagues. So right now, we're going to game 2 Slayer on Recharge. Man, I'm excited. I was watching the Optics Scram versus Triggers Down earlier today, and they were playing on a Recharge, and it feels like everybody just knows this map super well. For me specifically, I think about King of the Hill on Recharge and say, man, whenever I'm playing that map in game mode on 8s or in 8s, excuse me, finding my words, it's always a war. Everybody knows how to push. Everybody's trying to control the right spawns for their team to have an advantage, and it's a super tough map here to be able to win. And I think it's gonna definitely set the tone for the rest of the series if Dazed Clan are able to steal this game 2. Let's see, Pizza Party with that green gun, charging things up, doesn't get to utilize it, decides to switch to that bandit and get shots at that Mangler pit. Wow, what is Roddy doing? Wow, being super sneaky there. And then it pays off, gets some shots into the back of the enemy. But their team drops 2 members. Let's see if they're able to get the double. Oh, gets the assist. That would have been a clean double. Bump and Scatter living in the long haul with that shock rifle in their hands now. Just trying to be a thorn to the side of Dazed Clan. 6-3 is the score, with now Flippers Down getting 2 more slays back to back. Momentum is definitely on their side. What a shot, Bump. Oh my lord. 10-4. With almost a minute being played here, Flippers Down just holding forward. Last map, we saw them be aggressive off the spawn for the neutral bomb, trying to get a quick plant. Right there, we see Bump get the killing spree and the shot into the enemy for that badge. And now, slowing things down, playing their life, having great positioning. Feels like whenever they've been on this map, you know, they've taken positions and moved with a purpose. Sacagawea catches them out, though, with a nice nade. 6-11 here. 3 down for Flippers Down for just a second. Zach is trying to get some information to distribute to their team, or maybe has heard some call out come through and is trying to help their teammate at back control now. I'd be shocked if they don't get the slay. Great maneuvering from that enemy in blue. Stay alive here. Oh, they miss the melee. Punching the air a little bit there. Zach laughing a little bit, maybe saying, "Oh, what a play!" Finding some momentum. The lead is only 4 now. Another minute has been played. Pizza Party gets a slay onto Jake. Morris was there to clean up Broad. 2v3, 2v4, 2v3 again in favor of Flippers down. And now, a couple trades come through for both teams as they're all trying to get the 4 up for their team. Dazed Clan are the first ones to do so. Bump and Scatter spawns up. Eventually, Morris gets taken out, so Flippers down once again are on the back foot, but keeping their 4-kill lead here as another minute ticks away from the clock. Bump and Scatter popping off on recharge. Oh my lord, I think it was a teammate in blue giving us a double B at top control, letting production know, hey, I hope you got that one. What a clean slay, 21-14. And Bump and Scatter doing the Lord's work, if you will, here. Doing a great job of just keeping things under control for their team. Morris has a shock rifle. Maybe would have hit that shot pre-buff, but does not. Lag shot is blinking. Gets their shields. Pushes through Whirlpool. Grabs the shock rifle off the corpse of the enemy. And now, with an 8-kill lead, Lag shot slows things down for their team. Flippers down maybe don't want to give anything easy to Dazed. Dazed trying to make something happen. They need to hold forward a little bit here, but if they drop, it's going to be a sticky situation, so I can understand their reservation. Waiting for the opposing team. Everybody's waiting for, the opposing team to come out. The first slay from this situation we're seeing goes in favor of Dazed, but that 8-kill lead, now 9-kill lead stays in favor for Flippers down. The patience we're seeing from both teams. I guess Flippers down just have that confidence seeing that scoreboard in their favor. Lag shot almost hits the headshot. Has to switch to that bandit as that power weapon is now out of ammo. Realizes teammate is taking a fight at Mangler door. Is there to help out. 31 is living with the help of the teammate getting the shots, but eventually Aesthetic Brawl gets taken out. Roddy takes out Lag shot, and now things are getting tricky for Dazed Clan. Flipper is down with much momentum here as we see another killing spree badge for their team, now obtained by a bear, a Jake. I wonder what type of bear. Grizzly bear, panda bear, Yoki bear. Not sure. Eventually they get taken out at C Plat now. Pizza Party is trying to make something happen for their team. Goes to that B-box jump up, but decides to back off from it and now is looking at Whirlpool. Slowing things down. I like what Dazed Clan are doing. They're just getting caught off in just situations that end up going in favor of Flippers down. It feels like they're slowing things down, but it's just not long enough, and I hate saying that. They drop down 2 members, but they do a great job of slowing things down, but then they just push at the wrong time. It just goes in favor of Flippers down, and it's credit to the team in blue doing a great job of just responding to what they're seeing from the team in red right now. 10-kill lead, 9-kill lead in favor for that team in blue. 3 down, 4 Flippers down, but they have some confidence saying, hey, even if we drop, we can still just take a second, regroup here, and not give anything easy. Everybody from Dazed is trying to push to that A, realizing that that's where the spawns are coming through for Flippers down. That 10-kill lead has now been eviscerated to only 4. 5.5 minutes left here in Game 2 of our Challenger Premade final. Flippers down are leading 1-0. Barry Jake gets taken out. Lag shot, 31. Trying to just wrestle a lead back. A great play. Get the slay. Oh, that would have been embarrassing if you didn't. Oh, I'm going to be completely honest. And right there, they get a killing spree badge for their team. The nice shot caller as well. Right now, 12, 6, and 7. Doing it all for the team. Leading the lobby and slays. They drop, though. 8 deaths for lag shot, which is the least for their team. And looking at those deaths for Flippers Down, that does tell the story. 3 kills is the difference here. Let's see if Roddy is able to take the engagement with the help of a teammate at that overhang. 1 drops, 1 stays on top. That's not really a great push, but somehow, some way, it works out, but barely. Oh, that would have been, a killjoy with a crazy stick. That lead is only 2 slays. Flippers Down somehow keep that lead intact. Zach is able to get a poke onto Bear, and now things are getting spicy for Flippers Down as they are only leading by 1. Dazed need to get just a good double kill to take the lead here. Pizza Party realizing, hey, let's not get averaged here. Plays their life. Aesthetic Bra gets the slay and active camo, and all of a sudden, from being 10 down, Dazed Clan have just worked their way back into contention for this Challenger Premade final. 41-41, 3.5 minutes left. Morris gets taken out. A 2-kill lead in favor for Dazed Clan. Will they be able to close it out, or will they frankly choke this lead that they've worked so hard to get? Flippers Down are definitely a little frustrated. 3 kills in favor for Bra and company. Let's see if they're able to hold this. I believe it's the first time they're leading in this Game 2 Slayer, which would be a crazy comeback. One of the more significant comebacks I've seen in HRL, especially with the, the stakes that are currently being held by everybody, or the intense battle that's happening. Somehow, some way, Flippers Down get 1 more slay, get 2 slays, 1 at top gold and another one at back elevator. Eventually, somehow, some way, Dazed Clan were just having that issue that I think they've had throughout this entire series, frankly. It's just pacing. Feels like half their team wants to move fast, the other half wants to move slow, and they're having a hard time finding the perfect balance between that. As I'm yapping, Lag Shot is trying to get information for their team. Don't really know what to do here. Bump and Scatter has that shock rifle. Let's see if they're able to pop off. Almost gets an insane shot, but Flippers Down continue to just press onto Dazed. Aesthetic Bra gets a slay from that push. Things are tied now. 46-46, 2 minutes left. I think it's squeaky bum time, to say the least. Delta, are you listening? But right now, Sacagawea having a 1-kill lead, eventually sees Morris get a slay on Pizza Party off screen. Now, Zach trying to utilize that BR to the fullest capabilities, gets taken out in the back, and now Roddy doing the Lord's work. 14 for Big Pizza Party, moving for that shock rifle right off the rip. Aesthetic Bra drops, and now let's see. Pizza Party doesn't need to use that power item to get the first slay. Eventually gets taken out by getting shot in the back by a nice flank. A Bear getting a great shot across the map into the enemy. Dazed Clan coming up their spawns. And now just trying to wrestle some sort of map control back from Flippers Down. Flippers Down definitely feel confident. I love that HCS trophy charm. But eventually, that caster curse came in once again as that player was taken out. A Bear, 8 Jake, doing a great job of controlling S4 here. Now, tick. Well, as I say that, caster curse, but once again, that team in red tries to get into that hill. Aggression is the key, or is the word that comes to mind when I'm watching Dazed Clan. Flippers Down, when you think of the word that comes to mind, it's control. Really, we're seeing Dazed Clan's aggression versus Flippers Down's control. And it's definitely telling a bit of a story here as we see the battle unfold here. Solitude. Lag Shot finds the neck of the enemy, doesn't get the headshot. Maybe might be a little frustrated about that one. Tick. Both teams just about tied on this first hill, with the edge going to that red squad. Ooh, ooh, oh, filthy 1v1 won by Dazed Clan. Oh, I can feel those thumbs sweating right there through the caster's booth, and right now, looks like Dazed Clan are just deciding to slow things down here. Taking a note from Flipper's Down saying, hey, let's not just hold forward, let's make sure we have proper map control here. Dazed Clan try to get that posters control against the camo player, Bear. Great job, just to break the ankles of the opposing player. Right there, Flipper's Down, just because of that one break. Did not panic when they saw Dazed in control of the first hill. They decided to play the game the right way. I know if I had Frenetic here, he would definitely help out, but you know, they just played the game the right way. You Onyx players and you know, High Diamond, you know, fans of HRL are definitely gonna be able to see how they were able to break that specifically. In chat, if you have any contributions, I always love hearing what you guys think. But right now, Flipper's Down. Momentum. Right now, of course, just playing the fight patiently. Maybe they say, hey, even if we drop, we still got great time here. Sacagawea and company all pushing through yard, trying to cover all the openings where Flipper's Down can push out of. Get one slay. Will they get the second? They do. They get three. And right there, Morris might be the thorn in the side of Dazed Clan. A Bear 8 Jake was the last one up for Flipper's Down for just a second. But as I say that, Dazed Clan are doing a masterful job of controlling this point. It doesn't seem like Flipper's Down were just able to wrestle it back after surrendering. And 1-1 here. Game 3, Solitude, King of the Hill. Double kill for the Bear. Will they get the triple? It was almost a nice triple, but they continue to output damage. Gets 2 slays and 2 assists, doing it all for their team. Very impressive. Their back is against the wall. Bear 8 Jake is just pushing it further back and saying, hey, I'm the player to beat right now. Roddy and company controlling this point. I now see why there was a lot of Roddy fans in chat. All right, 11-6-3. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with all the comments chat makes, but you know, I can definitely see why y'all were hyping up your boy. Right now, that hill is in favor for FD. Will they be able to secure the second half of this third point? 3 minutes left. This is not going to go to the score. This is going to go to time. The next one to control this point is potentially going to win this game, and it would be a crazy turnover if Dazed Clan can secure a 2-1 lead here in the nice out time. Aesthetic Bra with that BR looking at that ledge. Ooh, the back smack coming through from a Bear 8 Jake. The Bear eating the enemy right now. Man, I had some good quesadillas for dinner. That's why I was a little late production, because I was eating. I'm sorry. But I had to make sure I was full. But right now, a Bear 8 Jake doing a great job of just anchoring this zone. 2 players from FD are in the point here. That quick strafe, the wiggle strafe coming through. 2-1 is the score right now. Bear 8 Jake keeping up with Roddy with 11 slays. Only 5 deaths. That's an impressive stat line. Roddy, 12-8-4 right now. Being a thorn and a pest to Dazed Clan. Dazed Clan have control of this point. They do not want to surrender anything to Flipper's Down. They now have that active camo. Pondering that top mid, moves to the A ledge.
Enemy about to score.
Man, there's an enemy below you at dip, and they get the slay. Morris drops to the death screen. Pizza Party continuing to secure this second point with the damage that they're outputting. They work their way back to this hill. 2-2. Sacagawea gets a slay onto Roddy. Well, not 2-2 just yet, but I imagine Oh, there it is. There it is. 2.5 minutes left. Man, the pacing of this, it felt like for the first 3 hills, everybody was super cautious. And what a stick! Oh my lord, looking like Tyler Glasgow with the Dodgers right now. Dazed Clan somehow get control after taking down the enemy at a ledge. I was watching a YouTube video from a pretty notable creator, and they mentioned, or they yelled Ginobili when someone got an epic shot like that. So I guess I will have to yell Ginobili the next time I see something like that. Flippers down, somehow take control of the point again. Roddy gets a back smack onto Aesthetic Bra. Lag shot, trying to work their Luka magic onto the enemy to get a nice double kill badge there. The Bear, once again, being my MVP for this series right now, but somehow, some way, Dazed Clan continue to secure this point. 10 seconds left until it goes 3-2 in favor for that team in red. And looking like the Lakers right now with that big 3. Sacagawea coming up clutch. Now 3-2 in favor for Dazed. This definitely was not going the way that I predicted it to go. Dazed could close things out with one more capture, or if they ice time for 2 minutes here. Let's see if Flippers Down are able to respond with another back smash. Oh! Ooh, that would have been so clean. They almost get the ninja, but instead go for the assist. The safe kill there. Now, Flippers Down in point, realizing that they need to now just play that objective. Maybe getting a little bit desperate. A nice elbow coming from Dazed Clan, dropping onto that dip. Now Aesthetic Bra is staying alive for not that long though, as they get taken out. Lag shot now, trying to nade that lift. No one's there, buddy. Now they move to that mid area, gets an engagement onto the enemy at Flowers. Now, let's see if Blackshot's able to utilize this position that they have. 2 down, 3 down for Dazed. What a shot, Roddy. Double kill. Guardian Angel right there. 17, 10, and 8. Leading the lobby, but not leading their team to victory just yet, as they need to stay on to that point. Maybe not with the shock rifle, so they move out, say, hey, teammate, I have power item. I need you to be the one to get that objective right now. Be careful with how much time you give the enemy in the point. Some beautiful plays by Roddy, but some lack of coordination coming from Flippers Down to take advantage of the damage that they were doing. Wow. 31. Staying onto that point, realizing, hey, maybe we're not draining time, but we're putting pressure onto the enemy, and that's all we need to do right now. If I'm the team in red, even if I just drop 3, I want to keep my spawns. If Barry Jake is going to try to wrestle that A spawn, if they don't get into the point, they decide to go for the point rather than the spawn. Right now, Dazed Clan are still in a decent position. They still need to just take care of each other and not drop. Don't do that, because I was going to say you could just go next. The 3-3 hill, the last one will be in that hotel spawn. So Dazed Clan surrender their favorable spawns to try to get one more push. I know somehow, some way, they still get graced with those beautiful spawns, but let's see, with Flippers Down pushing, it should throw them off. Yeah, Dazed Clan rushed that point. Pizza Party gets a slay onto Roddy. And now, wow, what a headshot coming through by Bump and Scatter. Both teams collapse onto the point. Scatter scatters away. But somehow, some way, Flippers Down are taking Dazed Clan to Heartbreak City. This would be a tremendous, tremendous victory for Flippers Down if they're able to wrestle back the map victory after going down the same way that they went down during the Slayer, after being up 10, but somehow, some way, iced it up. Dazed Clan now have their opportunity. 2 down for Flippers Down. Things are getting spicy, even though FD have the lead. Oh, wow. Wow, everybody drops 2v2 right now. Let's see Sacagawea trying to stay alive. Realizes, hey, I could be aggressive here, but decides, no, let's gather onto this point. 3 members of Flippers Down are at that Mando spawn. Damage goes out. Hill control badge for Zach. The flank comes through. A ledge is there to put pressure on to team in red. And now, chaos, chaos, chaos as a bear. 8 Jake is the last one up for FD. Dazed Clan are now going to take the lead onto this point as Jake gets taken out. And things could get spicy here. Camo is almost up. Zach pops it. And now 2-1 in favor for Flippers down as Dazed Clan are able to take Game 3 Solitude King of the Hill. Someone on both teams just hold their head down, hold forward on that key, and just try to get that sniper. 1v1 going in favor of Roddy. Momentum definitely secured for Flippers down here as they grab that oddball. The sniper is just passed to Roddy XV. That is priority for the power weapon if I've ever seen it. Pizza Party gets to slay. Man, the great assist too. Man, I mentioned Luka Don earlier, but whoever was able to pass that sniper onto Roddy is definitely distributed like Luka Magic. A nice double kill by Roddy as they're able to pop that camo. Now with the power item and power weapon, they made production, you know, belt out, and I think a couple people that are tuned in are just screaming right now as Roddy is their GOAT, and now they're able to just have a foothold here. 22 seconds in favor for the team in blue. A body shot. Almost a headshot. That would have been insane. That would have been insane. The late jump comes through when you try to get the 360 no scope. But oh my lord, that would have been disgusting. Bump and Scatter is the last one up for Flippers down. They're trying to be a pest at bottom mid. Eventually they get taken out by Pizza Party's nade. And now, Aesthetic Brawl summoning their inner APG and just holding that skull for their team. And now, ooh, that ball is dropped as Flippers down have a great push off their spawn. Zach is the last one up with that sniper. Almost finds a nice headshot, but now Roddy doing it all with 5 slays and 10 seconds of objective time for their team. They drop the ball just a second. Man, hold it, bro. Hold it. You have your teammate at Nest. You have 2 players at C-Plat. Hold that. Hold that. Please. I beg you. Okay, Aesthetic Brawl drops, so now I understand if you don't want to play objective. They realize that an enemy is right below them. That's a nice play. Well, it's a safe play. Not a nice play. It's a safe play. You could have definitely gone away with not dropping that oddball, but you decide to just play a little conservative and say, hey, we got 50 seconds. We have a nice lead. Let's see what we can do here. Lag shot is the last one up for Dazed Clan as that repulse goes into the back pocket of RODI. And let's see as they're able to capture a 60-second objective time so far on live fire. Man, see how the teams decide to respond to each other. Dazed Clan trying to collapse, but they weren't coordinated enough. 1v1 lag shot versus Morris. Let's see who's able to take it. Oh my lord. Morris with the strafe, just playing that beautifully, not dropping just yet, making lag shot think maybe lag shot got the best of Morris there. But somehow, some way, both players on both teams are able to stay alive there. Wow. Lag shot says, hey, I might have not, you know, fully won that engagement, but let me at least put my team in a good situation. Just throwing that skull off the map. 66 and counting for that team in blue. Dazed Clan can't even touch that ball as Morris gets past. Wow, they're just feeding the hot hands right now as that blue flame continues to tick in favor for Flippers down. 80 seconds. They need about 19 to take round 1. Now let's see what happens as Morris drops to the death screen. 4 are up. Brawl drops for Dazed Clan. Pizza Party also hits the floor as Roddy gets a nice double kill. It's just disgusting with that sniper. It's the shot of Zakajo. He hits that shot. I had to take a second to process what I just saw there. That was disgusting. Smelling like some stinky cheese. Just made my face go, ugh. That was disgusting right there. That skull is finally being grabbed by Dazed Clan, but they're not comfortable with it just yet. 2 down for Flippers down for just a second. Roddy still in that death screen, so maybe they're waiting for that empty to come up and say, hey, Let's make sure we're playing things well here. They can hold on to this ball, but as long as they don't have an easy out, they can take advantage of it. 50 seconds in favor for Flippers down. Dazed Clan are taking that lead away from them second by second, but they're still not comfortable here. Right now, that ball switches in favor for Flippers down at back B. Off screen, there was an engagement that we didn't really get to see, but Flippers down throw that skull off the side of the map. And now Morris gets taken out once again. There's 6 and 7 here, so that player, one of the players that I'm really looking to, have their momentum to lead their team to victory is having a tough time in this map. Somehow, some way, they still have the lead. Pizza Party gets a reversal onto the enemy. 2v2 here. A Bear A Jake is holding that ball, but decides to let go of it as they realize they're the last one on their team. Pizza Party gets repulsed that skull so that they can continue to grab that objective time. Okay, this is when I say if you put pineapples on your pizza, you're gonna have a hard time. But if you didn't put pineapples on your pizza, you might be able to take the lead. So let's see if it was pineapples or no pineapples, chat. 60 seconds. I'm thinking no pineapples so far. 2v3 in favor for Flippers down. Well, it looks like someone put pineapples on their pizza, and unfortunately they weren't able to take the lead as Roddy comes in and says, no, I like mushrooms on my pizza, and gets the triple kill right there. 67 to 89. This would be impressive if Dazed Clan were able to wrestle that lead back. They get the first touch on that ball. Maybe should have prioritized slays, but somehow get away with murder right there as 74, 75, 76, and they let go. They need 13 seconds more to take this lead back. And now bump and scatter with that sniper is trying to scatter the enemy, bump them off as they get a carrier stopped, and now this is the opening that they've been waiting for. They played it very, very patiently, to say the least. They could have maybe iced up by holding forward a little bit more, but somehow, some way, the cookie crumbled in favor for Flippers down for this round one as Bump throws themselves off the map. I hope chat is excited about that one. And let's see if Flippers down are able to close out this series. They need one more round of oddball on live fire to beat our Challenger Premade Chumpion here. Morris, once again, with that sniper rifle. Let's see if they're able to get the slay at pillar door. They get the nades, but then they get ambushed by two enemies in red. Roddy's the last one up for Flippers down. Aesthetic has the QT and sniper rifle. Almost ran away with that bandit, but said, with that commando, excuse me, said, no, I'm gonna get that bandit. Ooh, a nice assist from Raw onto the enemy. They switch and find the head of Roddy for a decent little, assist and slay. Right there, it's buff and scatter. And taken out. Oh, Ginobili. I'm sorry. If no one understands basketball, you might, or if you do, you might be saying, why is he saying Ginobili? But enough about that. Luka. Oh my lord. I'm thinking about the Lakers. Lag shot. 31 has that skull in their hands. About 30 seconds have been claimed in favor for Dazed Clan as they control top tower here. 2 down for Flippers down as a Barry Jake comes off the dead screen. Now, Roddy and Bump and Scatter trying to help their team with this push, but that lack of cohesion that we're seeing from Flippers down. Maybe the momentum has gone in favor for Dazed Clan, even if they've dropped the first round of this oddball. It's very rare, very, very rare, no matter the skill on both teams, that, ooh, a nice no-scope and a body shot from Aesthetic Brawl doesn't find it. But it's very rare that I feel like an oddball doesn't go to 3 rounds. At this point in the Halo Infinite meta, everybody knows what they're doing. It doesn't matter if you're a gold or a 2K Onyx. Everybody knows how to play oddball at this point, and it's very important. 1, for you to throw that ball off the ledge, get the resets in. 2, to make sure to not have staggered pushes. And right now we're seeing Flippers down. Doing the first thing that I said, they're making sure to at least go into positions where they can at least play that ball either in the open or off the side of the map as they drop it at key door and say, hey, we got 4 ticks. Let's see if we're able to wrestle map control back before we move it. Barry Jake realizes Roddy has camo, so they have a little bit of room to work with here. Let's see if they're able to find a slay before they pick up that ball. They are not able to, as they go down 2 members. Black Shot 31 has that skull. Barry Jake with some ice in their veins gets melted by the enemy right there at key door. That was almost a clean turn. Right now we see Roddy taking on the 1v1, trades with Pizza Party. Aesthetic Bra is there to move that skull to a teammate, saying, hey, I'll create the space. Let's see what we can do here. Find a slay onto Morris. Chaos, chaos, chaos as the grenades start exploding. That rat tunnel. Disgusting shot by Sacagawea. And now, with the jump up, ooh, with the oddball. Someone's been practicing their parkour. Just being a rat here with that skull. A dominant round 2 by Dazed Clan here as they take this round by a lead of 95 seconds. Wow. 1-1. Will Dazed Clan be able to tie this series 2-2? Or will Flippers Down take it in 3-1 fashion? 20 kills and 20 kills from both Pizza Party and Bra. As we see Roddy being the only one with 20 for Flippers Down. A Bear 8J gets a slay onto Sacagawea. Roddy gets a slay onto lag shot off screen. That QT is utilized by that team in blue. Aesthetic Bra was not there in time. A Bear 8J grabbing that skull. Love to see this from Flippers Down as they're just able to just grab that ball, but production is a little lost, saying, why didn't you just play that? They had an opening to just chuck that ball off the map. Morris with the pistol and camo should be able to do damage. I know that pistol doesn't get enough love on live fire, but it is a power item to say the least. Let's see what happens as Morris once again has not dropped here. Just looking at what they're doing. That sniper's right bottom tower. I hope one of your teammates got it. I hope. Yeah, I see that. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? That's a power item. Grab that. Someone grab that. Oh my lord! And they do after finding 2 slays right there. Morris with a double kill, playing things very patiently. I would have probably just gone an average going for that sniper, but they show me why they're competing, and I'm in the booth right there as they just get a masterful double kill. Man, 15-8 and counting in favor for Dazed Clan. Not for long though, as those nades just explode the enemy. A nice opening for Roddy and company to take the lead once again here in this oddball round 3. Let's see if they're able to hold on to that skull. 4 seconds, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know how to count. Almost 10, 9. Oh, now it's 10. Awesome. Barry Jake forces 4 down for Dazed Clan right there, as Roddy now has a comfortable hold on that oddball. Let's see, because Dazed Clan are coming off a pretty bad spawn at Turbine. A double kill coming through, not for one player, but the entire team. And as I say that, no caster curse came through as a Barry Jake got the 2-piece right there. Bump and scatter with that active camo, trying to will their team back into this round 3. But momentum has all of a sudden shift into the favor of the blue squad. Nice engagement. That cut goes in favor of bump and scatter. You got a melee off, but don't find the headshot to get an amazing double kill if that were to land. But Pizza Party is there to help out. Even if bump and scatter was in the death screen, they were definitely still communicating with their cam. And now Morris. Oh, landed that perfectly onto the enemy. It went left, right, and still passes the sniper to their teammate. The unselfish play after hitting that tremendous shot. They're just spreading the love. It's like the summer of '69 right now. 71, 72, 73 in favor for Flippers down. That is momentum, and it surely is just a matter of time unless Dazed Clan can work a miracle here. And now they have one final opportunity to have an extended hold. It's just going to be too much for them if they are not able to take the full advantage here and bring it back within 20 or so seconds. Get the Slay Pizza Party. Come on, they don't. It's now 2 down versus 3 from Flippers down. That is almost a full squad wipe. Let's see if they're able to get it. Lagshot gets away long enough to wait for the teammates to come in off their spawns before dying. And now, Roddy, staying on their perspective, just clearing things out and creating the opening on that turbine side of the map. Lagshot is the last one in red, but just like that, bump in scatter is going to be ecstatic to report back to the sending baseline crew that they're Challenger champions in our Premade division.